they had given him some jewelry, some really expensive jewelry to kind of make him look, to show them what he would look like and how he'd be walking around if they were managing him and stuff. But the way they gave it to him was simply this. They pulled him tail because Pac didn't have no money. He didn't have the credit to really walk around with a $40,000 ring and this, that, and the other. They kind of pulled some strings and had the guy just, let him have it and let him kind of make payments on it and this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? But when he told this guy, hey man, I don't want you guys managing me. I think I just live out my contract and stuff. They was like, well, give us the ring back then, man. We pulled some strings to get you that ring so that you can be walking around looking like you making some money because your music is all successful. But if you ain't going let us work with you, then give us the ring back. He was like, man, no, I'm not giving the ring back because, even though y'all hooked me up with it, I'm still making payments on this ring, so I have it. Gangsters was just like, hey, you know what I mean? That is a symbol of you working with us. So if you ain't gonna work with us, then we don't care how it rains or what happens. You don't have to give it up. So, you know what I mean? And he's like, no, man, I ain't giving back the ring. And it was like, man, dude, check this out, man. We're real gangsters. We're studio gangsters. Get back the ring. And Pac basically was like, if I'm a studio gangster, you're a groupie. So gangster basically told him, okay, I'm going to show you a groupie. I'm going to show you a groupie. So everybody knew what that gangster meant. He said, I'm going to show you. Pac knew what it meant.
This is a Jmix exclusive.
Pac knew what it meant. And so, he came back to L.A. Everybody said, man, stay in L.A., man. Gangsters kind of run certain territories. So New York is their territory. You stay out here in Los Angeles, you won't have any problems. It'll just be all right. Just stay away from it. In conversations with Pac, I'll be honest with you. He knew that he wasn't a gangster, but at the same time, he also knew that whatever he was because his fans, they perceived him to be a gangster. And being called a studio gangster offended him greatly and hurt him greatly. And so he wanted to stand up and man up to this gangster just so he wouldn't let down his fans. So it was really a sad situation because, I mean, he was doing incredible things to show that he would bow down to no man. So needless to say, him trying to show that he wasn't scared and everything, he went to New York. Everybody was saying, just stay in L.A. Yeah, but even here in Hollywood, I mean, one time we were at the record label would rent him an apartment and rent Stretch and more apartment downstairs, and I had my own apartment, but I would bring my equipment over there to work on music and to try to I would come to their hotel rooms and apartments to work on music to try to keep the studio costs down, because every minute that we spend in the studio would come out of Pac's pocket. When I told him, I said, man, basically we're working on these beats and all we're doing to using the studio for is speakers. Well, I have my own portable set of speakers that we can use my equipment with and work on the new beats at the apartment. And then go to the studio to keep the cost down. All of this is cross-collateralized against the publishing industry money. So, Pac had an apartment on the 3rd floor, and Stretch and Mo and me, I would bring my equipment to their apartment on the 2nd floor, and Pac would walk from the 3rd floor to the 2nd floor with a bulletproof vest on, in Los Angeles. Like, wow, man, are you really that scared? He was that scared because he knew if he thought these guys were big time enough to muscle, major record company executives and multi-millionaires, he knew they could get at him. Was he obsessed with death? No, he was scared because he had tried to man up and yoke up and basically disrespected a real gangster, a real known killer. He was scared that when the guy said, "I'm a groupie," that means to hit on him.
That's a very deep perspective I've never heard before.
I think I was talking about God Bless the Dead.
Yeah. I guess the question where we left off was I was asking you if all these years later what people got wrong about Tupac was it the gangster image, and you were telling me about God Bless the Dead.
Yeah, well, I don't know. There's so many different type of misconceptions, but that to me that song was. It was weird to me because people kept saying Tupac is still alive because of that song. Because in the beginning it goes, "Rest in peace to my homie Biggie Smalls." Now, usually when we went to do music, Stretch would call me and say, "Hey, Pac, I'm in the studio here, I'm in the studio there." But on God Bless the Dead, Pac actually called me and said, "Hey, one of Stretch's homies from the Springfield Holics crew got killed. He was coming out of a liquor store, and 3 people who had beef with him seen him, and instead of running, he wanted to squab with them, all 3 of them, and they were still scared of him, 3 against 1. So they just shot him, and Stretch was really messed up. So we want to do a song as a tribute to him." And it could come again. It was Echo Sound, so Echo Sound, and it was just Stretch. Just man, he really was out of it, And so they did a thing. They rolled the blunts and started drinking Hennessy, and Stretch did that. He took the sample, and then like I usually do, I started playing the bass to kind of go with it, and the string parts over it, and drum loops and stuff. And they started writing it as a tribute to Stretch's friend that Pac had met him and hung out with him. You know what I mean? But that's what that song was all about, and it was just like, it's really a sad moment. I kind of didn't understand it and didn't think much of it. I mean, they never really even released the song. It was just like a tribute to a friend of Stretch's that died, But then I started hearing how that's the proof that Tupac was still alive, because how could he say "Rest in peace" to Biggie Smalls when Pac died before Biggie? You know what I mean? So that's one of the misconceptions.
This is a Jmix exclusive.
Hey all, it's Jmix here, and I want to thank everybody that took the time to watch the video. If you liked it, go ahead and throw it a like, maybe even a comment down below. And if you really like my content, check out my Patreon. The link is down below. For $1 a month, you get all the live streams, unedited as soon as they happen, plus interviews in advance and other bonus content. The link is in the description. If not, you guys could always watch one of the videos to the side of me. See you on the next upload. One love, everybody.